Hello friend, welcome to the channel Pharmacy Dictionary. Today we are going to study about the short topic, that is pharmacokinetic, and under that pharmacokinetic we have to study another important parameter, that is redistribution. This is usually asked in your short answer type of question in your semester and sessional examination. So what is the meaning of redistribution? As usual, we have to cut this word into two meaningful sentences, then we can split this redistribution into re plus distribution. You know the simplest meaning of re, that means again. In Hindi this is called fir se, and distribution, you know it very well, that distribution is a process in which a drug after its absorption move from one part of the body toward the other part. So what is the redistribution? The distribution which has been taken place just after the absorption in one particular part, now it getting distributed from the another one. So this is called redistribution. So I have used this chocolates to explain you the process of distribution. Now again I am going to use this chocolate to make your concept clear regarding redistribution. I have 10 chocolates. In the last video I have explained you that I have to distribute each and every one a single chocolate, so that maximum I can distribute this chocolate up to the 10 student or 10 children. But now what I am going to do, that if some children or some student is my favorite, just for example, no one student is a favorite for teacher, each and everyone is equal, but just for example, if someone is my favorite, then I used to give them 10 chocolate and ask them to distribute it into other particles or other children, in this case of example. So I have given all those 10 chocolate to the people who is my favorite, to the student who is my favorite. Same if the drug is lipid soluble, that is favorable drug, I must say. So if the drug or highly lipid soluble drug given to the any route of drug administration, specifically IV or inhalation route of drug administration, so that particular cell will receive all those drug. This is down drug for respect of tablet or in case of body. So that particular part of my body receive all these drugs. Then after he will or that she will, my student, in case of a student, will distribute one chocolate to each other if he wanted to, or this is called redistribution. So I have distributed all this chocolate to one student, then one student redistributed this chocolate among all. So the drug which is highly lipid soluble drug get absorbed by the lipid soluble movement. I will show you the example, and then from that particular part all those drugs get redistributed throughout the body. That's called redistribution. So let's start the point regarding redistribution phase. When highly lipid soluble drug, this is important parameter for the redistribution point, that the drug should be lipid soluble or highly lipid soluble drug. So what is going to happen when high lipid soluble drug are given either by IV, the route are specific as I have explained you, that may be either intravenous or inhalation, that drug will highly distributed to the highly perfused tissue. What is the meaning of highly perfused tissue here? Highly perfused tissue, that means that tissue which is having a high level of blood movement, they receive high amount of blood, that's called highly perfused tissue, or we can say tissue at which or in which the high amount of blood volume get reached. This is called highly perfused tissue. So they are distributed in the tissue like brain, heart and kidney. These three organs, specifically brain, heart and kidney, are distributed with a large amount of blood so that they may receive pure amount of oxygen with the help of blood. So the drug which are lipid soluble drug will highly perfuse to these three organs. So what is going to happen after some time? After some time, these drugs which are absorbed by the blood distributed through that particular tissues like brain tissue, heart tissue, kidney tissue, are they redistributed to the less vascular tissue, those tissue which is having lower perfusion rate as compared to this one, like muscles and fat. So this drug received by this drug, this organ, now this drug distribute this drug to other organ like muscles and fat, resulting in the termination of action of the drug from that side. So if the drug is redistributed by this organ, so the concentration of the drug in this organ will start decreasing. That is called termination of the action of drug in this particular part. So this phenomenon is called redistribution. So let's take a few examples to understand the concept. Examples are IV anesthetic. What is the anesthetic? All those drugs which are used to block the sensation of pain in a reversible manner, this is called anesthetic. So if you give the general anesthetic, because anesthetic gives through the IV route, so IV anesthetic example is thiopental sodium, which induce anesthesia in just, remember this point, in just 10 to 20 seconds, because this drug is highly perfused to this part. So that drug produce their anesthesia in 10 to 20 seconds. But just after this effect of this anesthesia, it ceases in 5 to 10 minutes because of their redistribution throughout the less vascular tissue. So initially it is receiving a good amount of drug in a few time interval, but just after that is redistributed by different tissues. So this is important. Now say another point, greater the lipid solubility, greater the redistribution process. If the solubility of drug is high for lipid point of view, then its proportional will be its redistribution. That means this redistribution is directly proportional to the lipid solubility of the drug. High lipid solubility, high redistribution. So this was a basic and small concept regarding redistribution. This was hardly a paragraph topic, but this example and this diagram will clear your concept. See, this is drug. The property of drug should be highly lipid soluble. So this is highly lipid soluble drug. This is administered via the IV route or inhalational route. Then via absorption through the blood, they will reach to the highly perfused organ. These may be brain, kidney and heart. After absorption of the drug in blood, redistribution will take place from this organ. At this organ they are taking distribution, but after this organ or from this organ the process of redistribution will be start. So they will produce their action and their process through redistribution. So after redistribution, these drug will go through muscles and fat. So the effect of drug in these three organ will start to get termination or get reduced. So the process of movement of drug from the highly perfused organ towards the less vascular organ, that's called redistribution, because first distribution is already took place and this process of distribution is taking place at a second time. That's why this is called as or termed as a redistribution. So this was very small topic for today's lecture. Thank you very much for watching this video. The reference for today's topic is KD Tripathi, 8th edition, and Pachmada Uday Kumar. If you want to take the screenshot, you will have the screenshot after some time. Thank you again. Take care.